Hi my little Shardies, welcome and welcome back. This is Christina with Shhh Online. I think in the next few videos I'm going to be focusing on some of the books that you can walk into like Walmart or Michael's or order off of Amazon and get them pretty easily. So today I'm going to be back in the book Fragile World by Kerby Rosanes. I'm going to be working on the Sumatran Tiger. That is page number 44. Traffic is still being rerouted through my town, up and down the main street that I live on, so I'm going to go ahead and probably not have a whole lot of talking in this video. I'll probably also speed up in between color choices. If I go too fast, feel free to pause in between each section. I don't know how I'm going to be doing the background yet. I'll probably use Neo colors on the background, but today I'm going to be doing the tiger and I'm going to be doing it with colored pencil. This is probably going to be a multi-part video. I'll probably focus on the tiger today and the butterflies and the greenery in another video. I'm also not going to be putting any background music on this video. That way you guys can choose what you'd like to listen to and listen to that while you're coloring. Again, I will break in and tell you when I do a change in color. So please feel free to watch whatever you'd like or listen to whatever you'd like in the background while you're coloring. All right, without further ado, let's get this thing started. Alright, I'm going to start first with PC1034 Goldenrod. Alright, now I'm going to come in with some 941 Light Umber and I'm going to darken up some of this area. I want this to be like a more orange reddish color, so that's why I put the goldenrod as the base tone. So now I'm going to come back through and I'm just going to make some of the areas kind of more brownish red. So I'm going to use the 941 Light Umber. Alright, now I'm going to add in some 943 Burnt Ochre. Alright, and now I'm going to use some chocolate brown mainly on the nose area here and to give a little bit more contrast. I'm choosing the chocolate brown because it's brown, but it's got like little hints of red in it, and I think that that's going to go really well with the other colors we've chosen so far. Alright, I'm going to come in real quick with some Light Umber and just kind of go over this just a little bit so it's not so in your face. I'm barely touching the paper. I'm just trying to cover up the pigment a little bit. I don't want to take it away completely. I just want to make it a little less noticeable. That's much better. I'm going to come in first with some Eggshell, and I'm going to start working on the lighter areas here. Alright, now I'm going to bring in some 997 beige. I know you can't really see the eggshell. I mean, it's definitely pretty yellow on my page, but I'm not seeing it through the camera. I'm not going to leave a lot of white because I feel like when this is done, the little bit of eggshell that I used isn't going to like take away from the picture. But I am going to go in with the beige now and kind of blend in the areas so it blends down into that eggshell color. Kind of like that. Alright, now I'm going to put a little 941 Light Umber on the teeth just to help darken the shaded area there. I don't know why this beige and eggshell isn't showing up too well on the camera. It's there, I promise. Let's see if you can see it a little bit better there. I'm also going to come in with this light umber just a little bit here around the eyes. I want this to stay pretty light here, so I'm just kind of blending it in a little bit. Just to give it like a little something something. Alright, I feel like the nose is going to be like, I think I'm going to use Rosy Beige 1019 on the main part of the nose. And then I'm going to come in with the 1017 Clay Rose, and I'm going to do everywhere there's a lot of lines there. Darken that up a little bit, and then I'll go right back over top of that with the 1019 Rosy Beige. To blend it in. So I'm going to do the same thing temporarily with the tongue, but I may make that a little redder later. I'm not sure yet. So this is the 1017 Clay Rose, and I'm going to go over the darker areas first on this one. And then I'll go in with the 1019 Rosy Beige. And I used a pretty heavy hand there because I don't want to go over this 10 times. being a little lazy, don't want to add 20 layers. And I think I'm going to do that for now, just to give it like a little bit more color. And then you can also take this Rosy Beige and put it up here in the gum line for now. Again, I may change that a little bit later. We have to give it some color because it's looking a little weird without it. Alright, now I'm going to do the eyes real quick. I am, for the first time, I think ever, going to use this pencil, which is yellow Chartreuse, PC1004. And I'm going to go ahead and put that all over the main part of the eye. And then I'm going to come in with PC1005, which is Lime Peel. And I'm going to try to lay this over the darker parts of the eye. Might even come with a slightly darker green because this isn't really layering very well. Can't really see it. Alright, this is going to be 988 Marine Green. And I'm going to do that just a little bit on the bottom. And then at the top, where it's going to be darkest. There we go. Alright, now I think I'm going to take a little of this 1081 Chestnut, and I'm going to go back in to the very darkest part of the nose on the bottom. I'm just going to add a little bit of that. Come in here on the tongue too, and the darkest part of the tongue, I'm going to add that. And then I'll come back in with the Clay Rose, which is PC1017, and just kind of blend into that color. There are a lot of options on what to do about the black areas here. I don't think I want to use straight black and that's it, because then I'm not going to get a lot of color definition. You can use indigo blue and a dark gray, like 1067 over top of it, and that creates a nice black. But I think I'm going to start with some warm grays and then try to build up the color from there so I can get a little definition and it's not like a monotone black. So I'm going to start with 1058, 90% warm gray, and I'm going to see where that gets me, and then I'll use, you know, black over top of that to darken up certain areas. I think around the eye I probably will do straight black for that. And I think I'm going to focus the darker part of the grays on the outside, and as I move in or want a little bit of highlights, I'll highlight with probably 1054, 50% warm gray. You can actually come in here now a little bit and try to add just a little bit of that in to give it a little highlight, and then come back in with your 1058. and darken it up again. I want to make sure that I am getting not a solid color everywhere. Alright. Alright, now I'm going to go in with 935 black, and I'm going to hit up right around his eyes. Alright, I'm going to come in this eye a little bit more and do something with that because I feel like I'm missing some potential brown there. So I'm going to grab some burnt ochre. Put that there, and then I'm going to do chocolate over top of it. Probably shouldn't have used burnt ochre as the base, but I did, so I'm going to have to go with it now. And I'll move some of this chocolate down here too to kind of help so it doesn't look so like by itself there. And I'll come over on this side and do the same thing. Just add some more of this chocolate. Trying to make it look a little symmetrical. And I'm going to come back in with 1058 warm gray. And I'm going to come in here now on his face. Same color. I know I colored this with the 50%, but I'm not even really pressing down, just going to go over that a little bit to help it not be so bold. And I'm going to come down here now with the same 90%. And then right here it looks like he's got a gum line, so I'm going to go ahead with the 90% and fill that in. Then here is kind of dark because it's inside the mouth. Oh no, I'm going to try 50% there. So 1054. I'm also going to use this 1054, and I'm just going to put random lines to help bring in like a little bit of gray. And then this area here looks really dark. So I'm going to come in with the 90% again and just kind of give that a little bit of color. So far this video is about an hour and a half long. I'm sure it'll be much shorter once I go ahead and speed up in between the colors. But I'm going to call it quits for now on this video. If you've stuck around to the end, I just want to say thank you. Please make sure you hit like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you're told each and every time I post a new video. And in the next video, hopefully we'll continue with the foliage and do any updating on him that I think may be needed. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, color happy, and remember, shh, it's our little secret.